soon, just click OK, and then we'll see what I'm curious to see what the finished product will look like, who it decides to record when, if it sticks on me, or what the final video is going to look like. Did you turn your camera off, Emma? You could still leave your mic on if you want. All right, I'm going to change the view. Cool. All right, so everybody's thumbs up. You can see me? All right. Oh, nice background. Great. All right, so I guess we're recording, so let's do this. So I'm over here. I'm looking at you right now, right? Good. Okay, I can see. So if you want to see behind the scenes, this is what I'm doing here. So I've got one camera here. I've got my laptop with the screen down here. And then I got my main camera over there, like when I look at you, right over there. So that's the behind the scene look right there. I guess you can kind of see everything. So, hi. All right. So today we're going to do lesson 5 at Murder at Oldfields. And like I said before, it's not the greatest lesson, so it's a good one to practice with, but there's still a section where you have to do the classroom reading and then take the quiz and then do a lab. And the lab is basically just matching. You have it in, if you look down here, you have it in the booklet as well. So you can follow along in the booklet and then take the quiz, and then the matching corresponds with what you see down here as well. So that will all line up as well. All right, so let's go actually and look at the lesson here. I'll just go to my computer. It should show. Let's do a picture-in-picture here.
You're frozen.
Mr. Sitnik, you're frozen.
Oh, really? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
But the camera's not working?
Holy. Yeah, I might glitch.
Let's see. You can still hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I just turned off and on my camera again. Is that working now?
No.
We can't see.
Okay. Oh, weird. It's like my camera just shuts off. Interesting. How's that going now? Am I on now?
Okay, now we can see.
Can you see me waving? Okay. So let's try. Hey, Mr. Litwin. Let's see if we can see. So now you can see the document camera down here.
Yeah, we can see that.
And you got the Mac. And then you got the behind the scenes. And it all works.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at the classroom lesson first then. Let's see how this goes. It's interesting to see how the recording will work. So if you go to the classroom right there and you go down, it should say DNA analysis, and you'll just go to the lesson. And there it all is. There's a quiz at the bottom that you'll take. But let me just talk for a second about DNA analysis and how they make these. You've probably seen things that look like this before. Things that kind of look like a photograph in black and white, and it's showing genes and DNA. So the main goal of this lesson is to learn how they even make those, and then just do comparisons with the suspects and with the victims and try and get more evidence to see who the killer is. So we're going to look and we're going to see how these impressions are made very quickly. Let's just go down to the lesson. You would have a copy of it down here. So out of the 3 billion nucleotides in DNA, more than 99% are identical. However, that 1% different nucleotides in humans makes us all unique, kind of like a fingerprint. We could skip down here. And this is the process. Gel electrophoresis is how they separate it. What they do is they take your DNA strand and they put it on gel, and they have electrically charged sides, and they push your DNA across the gel. And that leaves these imprints that when you look down here, you can see. So that's how these are made. That's the main goal of the lesson, is to understand how these are made. And as you go through, the rest is pretty easily. But these different gel electrophoresis patterns show up as something you can see right here, right? Kind of like this. The first time DNA was used as evidence was in 1985, and the first time the DNA was used to convict someone was 1988, which is pretty cool. And then you have your activity. Do the lab after you do the quiz. The quiz is pretty straightforward, but it's based on the reading. So if you're looking here, this is the goal of the lesson today, right? Lesson 5 for DNA. You're going to watch the video. We're doing that right now. You'll do the reading section. You'll take the quiz and submit it. And then you'll do the matching on the lab. If you're done, because this is a super short lesson, what you should be working on is what your final project would be. Some of you have already picked a subject for your final project. Start doing some preliminary research, maybe getting some Google Docs ready with some links, whatever your subject for your final forensic project that you pick the topic. Start getting some research together for that and putting it in a Google Doc so that when we do the independent research aspect of the course, you're ready to go. So once again, video, do the reading, take the quiz, do the matching in the lab, and start working. The next thing we're doing here where it says shoes, the next thing we're doing is footprint impressions. If you give me a second, sorry, I'll leave you on the behind the scenes camera for a sec. I'm just gonna grab one because it's kind of cool to see. Kind of neat. Let's look here. What you would do is you get a foam impression kit that you open up, and each one of these is specially sealed. You make an impression with the full, even if you just slightly touch it, it makes a dent. So you put a shoe in there, you pour plaster in, and you'd create, a hard molded cast of shoe prints, and we can learn how to do that as a class one day for fun. And you'll compare footprints around the crime scene. So that's what's coming up next. So read right here, read the lesson, take the quiz, and then do the matching lab. But the main goal was to understand how they make those DNA impressions with the gel. They extract the DNA, they put it on a gel, and they electrically charge each side, which kind of moves the genes across the gel, creating this photo-like impression, which is kind of neat. The rest, you're kind of on your own. I'm curious to see how this recorded. I'm curious to see if things like picture-in-picture work. Let's see, if I'm on the Mac version, can you see me right now in the corner of the screen? Like that? Maybe that's kind of cool because then I can scroll through and still talk to you. But other than that, you're on your own. This is what you're working on. This is lesson 5. You should have a very good idea of who the killer is in the crime already. And we'll be doing final projects and shoe print impression and blood spatter, and we're done with the unit. So we'll see you soon. Let's see if I can fade to black, and take care.
We will.
Yeah. No.
There, now we have. Aww. Why did you unplug it, Reg?
because